Starting your own business, being able to chase your dreams, and realizing your own ideas is the most exciting thing ever. You feel motivated, you feel determined, you're furious to get rich. It's almost like you're Bruce Banner and Hulk is waiting to appear. Now your entire future depends on what you do at that exact moment. You can become whatever you have always dreamed of, or you can end up losing a lot of money, time, and energy and lose after 6 months or so. Today, I'm going to share with you the 3 steps you need to take before investing a single hour of your time to make sure your idea can become a source of income. Now, I'm guilty of making some of these mistakes myself, which lost me 6 months of work, 14 hours a day, and a lot of money. Fortunately, when I started, I was aware of some of these, which saved me a lot of headaches. But some of them are less obvious and I don't see many people talk about them. So make sure to watch this till the end to minimize the chance of being forced to do it all over again or leaving it forever. Build your network. Now, I can't stress this enough, but you need to have as many high-quality connections as possible. You may have heard this a million times before, but don't let it hit you only after you become desperate. Think about how powerful influencers are. People are willing to pay them to borrow the attention of their networks for only a few seconds. You want to communicate with your potential customers, you need a network. You need some early sales, you need your network. You need to gather a team, you again need your network. How the hell are you supposed to build one? Easy. Well, on paper. You create content. Then, if somebody reached out, you connect, which makes both of you much more powerful. Oh wait, now that it came up, that's exactly what this is. I'm trying to connect with people who care about entrepreneurship, and that's you. So please consider hitting the like and subscribe buttons, follow me on Twitter, and connect on LinkedIn. Okay, now let's talk about the second step you need to take before starting your own business, and that's validation. Does the problem you want to solve actually exist? Can you solve it? If you create it, are you going to be able to sell it? If done right, validation stops you from creating something that is doomed to failure. Lets you tweak it over and over again until you reach a valid pain point, a winning solution, and end up making a profit. So how can you validate your solution? Let me first tell you about the worst and the most common way of doing it. You're in the house, you come up with an idea, an opportunity of a lifetime. You're excited to tell somebody about it, and you're desperate to hear them say your idea is awesome, that you're a genius. So you turn to your mom, tell her about your idea, and wait for her approval. At this point, 3 things can happen. 1. She thinks your idea is kinda cool, but unfortunately, her opinion is not a valid indication of the market. 2. She thinks your idea sucks, but gives you her blessing anyway because she's too afraid she might hurt your feelings. 3. She again thinks your idea sucks, but this time she tries hard to convince you without upsetting you. You will be disappointed. You tell yourself, how does she know? And start looking for somebody else to give you the approval you need. And it's not just your mom who tells you lies. Everybody will. In fact, it's not them who are lying to you. It's you. By asking the wrong set of questions, you ask for motivation instead of validation. So instead of doing it the wrong way, you can learn to ask the right set of questions so that even your mom can lie to you. For instance, instead of asking people if they like your idea, ask them about their problems. Try to find out how to make their lives easier. If they told you about a problem they have, try to find out how far they are willing to go to fix that. Ask if they have Googled for possible solutions. If they haven't, that probably means it's not something they will pay for in the future. The general rule of thumb here is to avoid talking about the future and your idea. I totally recommend reading the book The Mom Test by Rob Fitzpatrick. I will put the link in the description below. By the way, it's not an affiliate link. I just believe it's a fantastic book to read. Now, how you make sure you can sell it before putting in the effort? You have 2 options here. I will save the best for last. First, let's talk about the MVP. MVP is short for minimum viable product and is basically anything you can put in front of your potential customer to convince them to pay even a small amount of money. This makes you confident that your prospects are willing to actually pay for your product before you build it. But this minimum viable product can be misleading in the sense that it might involve you more than it should. Just remember to keep it as simple as possible. Sometimes a simple landing page or even a slideshow will do. Finally, the best approach I believe is to
wait for it.
Run a crowdfunding campaign. When somebody says crowdfunding, the first thing that comes to mind is the financial part. But it's way more than that. For example, if we call crowdfunding Batman, then the monetary aspect is just Bruce Wayne.
It's not me. It's inside. I am more.
By running a crowdfunding campaign, you get to see how people react to your product. You just put a video up there and explain who you are and what you have in mind. And you simply sell your product to the ones who believe in you and your path. What's a better market validation than some early sales? And right when you think it's not getting any better, it does. You will also build your audience, gain social proof and brand awareness. These might sound like fancy gibberish right now, but the bottom line is that you need them, and to get them, you need to pay a lot of money to giant marketing platforms like Google and Facebook. So it's almost like a dream to get all of them for free. Of course, you can and you should still advertise, but it makes the whole process way easier. This brings us to the third and last thing you need to do before starting a new business. Watch out for weird policies. This is a sad reality that only a small number of people will tell you. Let me first tell you a story. About 6 months ago, we realized people learn dating by trial and error. Whenever you get rejected, you have no idea why. You just know something is wrong, but you don't know what. So we created a platform that gives you the ability to learn dating by practicing it. First, we decided to promote it on YouTube. I was setting up the campaign when I received a call from Google. They told me they are willing to offer me a free session to help me set up my campaign. I was impressed by how supportive their customer service was. But the next day, they sent me an email 15 minutes before our appointment, letting me know that their policy is against giving free consultations to dating websites. Of course, I tried hard to convince them that we are not a dating website, but it didn't work. Then I was so offended, I stopped advertising on YouTube and started working with Facebook. It was okay for a while, but after running a couple of campaigns, they completely banned my ad account, stating that dating websites can only run ads with a written permission from Facebook that apparently can take quite some time to be issued. Honestly, it is quite disappointing to see these well-known companies be that unreasonable. I believe people need better services for their love lives, and having policies against these websites only makes our lives harder and harder. Anyway, the sad reality I want to point out here is that you need to be aware of these weird policies and avoid getting yourself into a controversial business in the first place. It doesn't matter how legit you think your business is, you need to promote it. And to promote it, you need to comply with these policies, especially Google's and Facebook's. Because without these two, promoting your product rapidly becomes a nightmare. Anyway guys, I really hope you enjoyed it. Now it's your turn. Let me know what steps you believe are necessary before starting a new business by commenting down below. And if you liked it, please consider hitting the like and subscribe buttons. Thanks for watching and see you next time.
You're still here. It's over. Go home.